Okay, hey everybody. We're going to draw Marie, the little white kitten from the Aristocats. We're going to try to draw that picture. So I'm going to lay that down and grab my blank piece of paper here. This we're going to do in landscape across, okay? I have little clips to keep it from flipping while I show you, but as you can see, all the pages are blank. I just like the way the colored pencils slide on this paper. Alright, so grab your paper and pencil and let's get started. And Sammy, if you're out there, your artwork's looking great. Keep going, girl. I'm very proud of you. So we're going to make a really light circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just going to sketch it out. Okay? And then we're going to split it right down the middle vertically, very lightly, and right across the middle horizontally, very lightly. So you have that. Okay, just above the center, we're going to give it a little bump. That'll bring her nose out a little bit. Underneath that, we're going to give her a nose. It's shaped just like a gumdrop, but an upside down gumdrop. It's really just three bent lines that connect to make a very round triangular shape like that. Underneath her nose, we're going to create her muzzle, so we're just going to make a U shape. It looks like the top of a heart, but it's upside down. If you can understand that, I'll show you. Like that, very simple. Or like you would make waves on the ocean kind of thing. And then to make her happy, we have to give her dimples on either side. Like that. And this would be the same formula if you were to make like a rabbit. You would add buck teeth now, or a puppy or something like that. And right away I'm just going to put in 1, 2, 3 long whiskers on one side, 1, 2, 3 long whiskers on the other. Just get the whiskers in right away, because they're fun. Alright, then a little mouth. She's just a kitten. So we're going to bring in a little mouth, just a little curve. A funny shaped U, almost V, but very rounded. Like that. A cute little kitty tongue just inside. And I'm going to shade in the back of her mouth to give her mouth some depth. And it'll help bring the tongue out a little bit so you can see it a little better. That's all I did. I'll hold it really close. There you go. Okay. Underneath her mouth, we're going to add like a little fur, like three little hairs or so. But it's like that. Okay? We added this under here. Alright, now we have to, once we have these dimples on the mouth, you'll find in a lot of the characters, to create a full cheek, that's what the eyes would rest on. So we're going to go just above our horizontal line. Actually, let's just go right at the horizontal line. And we're going to create both cheeks. Like that, and like that. Okay? Starting to look kind of cute already. Now, her eyes are, well, they're sort of slanted. They're not straight up and down. I would say they're more an angle. So we're just going to make a nice oval on the one eye. See how it's on an angle? But you wouldn't call that straight up and down. It's more on an angle than straight up and down. See, it angles out. I'll bring it closer for you. We're going to go ahead and put a big round pupil right in there. And a little highlight. And then we're going to shade in that pupil. Like that. See how cute? Alright, now, 4 eyelashes. Very round and curly with a little space between them. 1, 2, 3, 4. It just adds a lot of appeal and happiness. And then right along the circle, that's what the circle's for. You use it as a guide. I'm going to darken a little portion of the circle as an eyebrow. Like that. Now we have to do the same thing on the other side. Remember to slant the eye a little bit. Make it very round and oval. We'll put it on a slight slant. Place the pupil inside it. The little highlight. Okay, and then the 4 eyelashes rather. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we have the two eyes. Okay. What we're missing is the other eyebrow, so we're going to follow along the circle and make that eyebrow. And now basically we have her face. Now we're going to scoop just above the circle, and when we get to the center, we're going to bring it up almost like a little volcano and scoop along the circle on both sides. When I say scoop, I just mean we're going to trace like around the circle a little bit, very lightly. You see the little, see how I went around the circle and then up to the volcano, around the circle and up to the volcano? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap a little hairband around that volcano, and then bring out her hair at the top, almost like the tip of a paintbrush. It looks like the tip of a paintbrush, like this. A couple definition lines, and I'll hold this up so you can see it, just to show how tight that hairband really is. Like that. See? So all I did was I wrapped a hairband around the volcano shape. The two lines went up, and then I had them sprout out into that the little tuft of hair that looks like the top of a paintbrush. Okay? Now, if we extend our horizontal line very lightly, because it's not part of the drawing, you don't want to mistake it for the whiskers, but I've just extended my original horizontal guideline all the way out on either side. Now I can come down and meet that horizontal line on both sides, very long and sweet. So now we have that. See how I brought it down along my circle and then out to meet my horizontal line, and I went down along my circle and out to meet the horizontal line on that side. Okay? It'll be a little tricky, just stay with me. Now we want to come underneath the horizontal circle and go down under her, the whiskers under her mouth, just like we did at the top of her head. So I've kept it very light because I'm not too sure of it. So you'll see on one side it seems like I have a lot more, so I'm just going to bring it in. Actually, the other side should go out more. There we go, and that's the shape I like right there. So now that I have the shapes I like and they match up pretty good, I'm going to make them a little darker. You'll notice I'm open-ended where my sketch lines meet my horizontal line. Okay, I'm open-ended here, and I'm open-ended there, because there's little hairs and you're just going to connect them in a very fuzzy, loose, kitty cat type of way, like that. See, I just made it fuzzy on the end and fuzzy on that end. Now there's a little band that goes around her neck, so we want to close her neck off, but it's like a collar, but it's, I guess it'd be more of a sash. So I'm just going to finish it off for you and show you. It's a few quick lines. I know you can handle this. If you've gotten this far, you should be okay. So what I did was, underneath her neck, I just scooped a line under, scooped a line from this side. From there I came down and just connected, giving you that shape of a little collar. There's a bow around her neck, and that's the ribbon that ties the bow. But from there we can go ahead and, she's got a little hair, a little tuft of hair coming off her chest like. She's very fluffy and furry. And then we'll bring it down. Now these are very sculpted lines, but you can do it. So it just came out and back, down and back, and then I sculpted out like her chest. Just like that. You can do this. To give her kind of a shoulder and her front forepaw, we're going to put a bent line like that. So just a bent line in that direction. And then we're going to change the direction and bring it out a little bit, because that's the way cats' legs kind of are. So it's basically a very stretched out S-curve. Goes in one direction, then the other. Then her back, we're going to arch it a little bit, like this, and like that, with two bent lines. Very simple. Now, she's got a bow around her neck, but it's behind her. So what we'd see is coming down from her cheek here, we're going to make a very round line that comes down to her chest. You have to excuse my phone ringing, obviously I'm not going to get it. So we put that big line down there, that's part of her bow, and it's tied so tight from the ribbon that there's going to be a couple definition lines. showing that. One there. Definition lines here and here. And this big curve just comes down because you don't see the whole bow. It's behind her head, right to behind her chest. On the other side, it actually sticks out a little bit. We're going to show a little bit of it. So we're just going to go down and come back like that. Like that and that. See, I just came up to a little point and around. And now we're going to show a little bit of the definition here and there, just with a little hook shape. There's the bow. And all we need now are the ears. The ears are very triangular. I'm really sorry about the phone. You never know when somebody's going to call you. So if you just add a very triangular shape on one side, like that, just a bent line up and a bent line up to meet it. You want to show the inside of the ear with a little fluff, a little definition, like that. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Try to make it about the same size and shape. Have it start and finish just exactly like the other ones, the other ear did, with the same little fluff on the inside. And there you have it. Step by step. That's Marie. I'm going to darken some of the lines that I really want to keep and really give it some strength. I might even shade in very lightly in her nose. And just look it over really quickly, make sure everything's good, and show you that's Marie from the Aristocats. Okay, step by step. Alright, I'm really proud of you guys. Keep drawing. Remember, always sign your work, always draw light, and always dream big. There you go, guys. I can't wait to see some of your work. Sammy, I'm really expecting great things from you. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.